What's up, everybody? It's Frey. Kind of doing a unedited, off the cuff video, real quick. It's kind of a rant too. Um, I've noticed that these big companies, and this came to me because I just saw like the whole gameplay through because I don't have a PS4 right now. I saw the whole gameplay of Last of Us 2. And it's kind of scary that companies now, it seems like they're more focused on fitting some narratives or getting diversity more than actually telling good stories. Um, and then what really upsets me is these companies, when people say, hey, we don't like this, and we're talking about like your fan base, they're telling people like, they're like going on Twitter and like telling them off. Like, where would you even do that as a company? Like telling off your fans, like calling them like virgins who live in their basement with their mom and stuff. Like, how childish and rude are you just because someone doesn't like the product that you put out? Like, and these are like loyal fans to your stuff. So like I don't like how companies are doing that right now. It's it's one thing to have diversity and inclusion, but it's how they're doing it, right? It's not like, oh, this is a character that just so happens to be black or just so happens to be gay. No, it's like, let's focus everything around that aspect of the person. And it's like, it doesn't work well because everybody's like, well, you're just trying to push your agendas on us, trying to push your narratives. You're not actually worried about actually building a character. For example, and this might be spoilers, the characters in The Last of Us 2, they totally. Oh, that's another thing. Okay. So they butcher the original cast and then try to push this new cast on you and do small things to try to make them seem likable after they, spoiler alert, after they kill Joel, the main character of the first one. They tried to make you play as Abby, the person that killed him, and expect you to fucking like her. Like they got she helps a zebra get out of a trap. She's playing with dogs. uh she's got like this love story that nobody really cares about, and it's like, you killed Joel, like we don't care. And like, and the whole thing is, the Joel dying thing is not the bad thing. I think this is going to probably go into a rant on The Last of Us too, but let it be known that many companies, Marvel, stuff like that, they're doing stuff like this. They're screwing up your characters and trying to replace them with diversity, but not in a good way. Not in a like, oh, we just want to have inclusion. It's more like, oh, we're going to now make the story about that aspect of the character. I'm gonna finish my rant, dang it. So I don't like, and this another thing, the characters, they're not giving you good characters anymore, right? They're giving you, they're all, the girls are always, they're smart and witty and tough as nails. Like there's no vulnerability really, with especially towards a man. And then it's like the men, they're either brutes and a-holes, or they're over emotional and sensitive and they're all in their feelings, and it's like, you don't have manly men, or they're just dumb. Like, we're not getting diverse characters anymore. We got this type of character has to have these traits to varying degrees. We don't have diverse characters anymore. And that's another thing that annoys me with the characters. And then the audacity to sit there and your customers say, I don't really like that. I don't like that aspect. And you go online and tell them off? Like, are you kidding me? So I know I talk about comic stuff, but it's also a lesson to from video games to apply to your comics. It's just a story in general. Never do what these major companies are doing. Okay? And if you try to do it, if your fan base doesn't like it, that doesn't mean you need to like go out there and personally attack them. Like you're as a comic creator, yes, you do it for the passion, you do it for the love, do it for getting your message out there. At the same time, don't forget it's a business. These people are supporting you. You don't want to just be I don't care what you say. If you want to make it in art, you're not just going to do this because you want to just just put your work out there. Like you want some money back on this. Regardless of how much money you want to get, you want to make a decent living off of it if you want to be any type of artist. You don't just want to be sitting there like, well, I'm a bum on the street, but I'm drawing art. So I love art, but I live on the corner outside under like a cart. You know what I mean? You want to be able to live off of your art. So it's just mind-boggling how they're pushing these narratives and they're not doing. You want to see a good example of how you do it? Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat with Kung Jin. That's how you do it. Melina, that's how you do it. That's the characters aren't defined by that trait. They they just have that trait, right? It might be a part of the story, but it's not like their whole encompassing thing. So I do have a rant about The Last of Us 2. There's a lot of things going on with that. But the thing is, it's not good to sacrifice the whole point. It's not good to sacrifice your story just to hit diversity. It's not. Your story comes first. And also, if someone doesn't like your story, especially I'm talking about even like your loyal fans, if someone doesn't like, learn to take criticism. There's no need for you to act like an immature child because someone doesn't like what you're doing with your story. So that's all I got. I mean, this is going long, so I'm. What do you think? Just tell me just tell me what you think about this.